Hello everyone, Lolly here. It's the end of the first month of 2026. January has ended, and right now I'm sitting pretty much at the same amount I was sitting at when the month started, when the year started. The return for this month is 0.48%, which of course it's not the best, it's not that great, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. I think I followed the process pretty well. Sure, I did make a couple of mistakes. I wouldn't really call them mistakes. I would say that there were a couple of things that I could have done differently or better that I didn't do differently and better. But overall, I think just on how I managed the month itself, I did a pretty good job. Unfortunately, the mistakes I made last month in December, where I sold PL and I didn't take RKLB on the day of FOMS when the interest rates were announced. That mistake, I was hoping it wouldn't, but it did actually drag out to this year, so that was very sad. I missed out on, I can tell you exactly how much I missed out on. So on PL, I had it on this day, on the EP day, and let's see, when did the year start? It started on this day, so I missed out on 50% move pretty much. Oh no, never mind, I missed out on way more because I sold it on this day, on this red candle, so I missed out on 85% on a 30% position, so pretty much missed out on 25% return on my portfolio, which is sad, just Jesus Christ. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. I learned from that mistake. I won't be making it anymore. I fixed it already. The last FOMS, the last interest rate decision, I actually managed it very well. I was taking into account the possibility of something like this happening again. And this was PL, of course. RKLB, same thing. This was, I think I could have taken a 50% position on this fucker on this day, and it would have gone like, I would have added 2 on this day, which is the day I actually bought it this month. Man, 70% again missed out. I think I probably missed out on close to 50% return this month. I messed up. Yeah, I definitely did, but it's fine, you know. I knew I made a mistake and it's alright. Well, next time I won't make it. So yeah, dry month, but you know, it is what it is. Judging the month itself, I think I did a pretty good job. But of course, the fact that last year's mistakes dragged into these months doesn't really matter. I shouldn't really care about that stuff. What matters is that I made mistakes, I learned from them, and that now I can move on and fix them and make sure that I can follow the process and the results will come themselves. I took a total of 6 trades, which is very small, and I had actually 2 winners and 4 losers, so a 33.3% betting average, which is insane. I never had such a high betting average. I'm not sure what to think about it. I mean, to be fair, there weren't really many opportunities to come by, or maybe it's just my approach that's a very dry approach when it comes to opportunities themselves. But you know, still, it's a very high betting average for me. I don't think I ever saw a betting average that high, so you know, I'm happy about that. I can't really complain. 33.3% betting average, I mean, solid work, to be honest. Then of course the result doesn't really match the betting average, but that's fine. That's a thing for another day. And so yeah, what were the trades? Pretty much they were all face names, of course. RKLB ones on the day I should have added, which was the 2nd of January. Then of course Big Boy Lunar, which I took on this day, on the 2nd of January too. So pretty much I started the year already with 2 big nice positions. RKLB, if I traded this ideally, if I traded this the right way, I would have bought it on this day and then added on this day and then sold it on this day here, or maybe sold it on this day, but that's unlikely. I don't think it was 100%, was it? No, it was not. No, I would have sold it on this day when it broke the 10 day for sure. But you know, hey, it is what it is, man. And then Sido, big man Sido. This one, I had a pretty strong feeling this would fail. It just was dragging for too long, and it reminded me a lot of Chep, which did the same thing, big push, and then had this tiny choppy base that tried to go and then just flopped down. I got it on this day and I added on the next day. It was a pretty, I don't know if it was a dumb ad. I guess they could have gone, but it was unlikely to work. But you know, solid, honestly. I think I got tricked by the offerings being eaten up so well by the market, by this name. It was just insane. Like every offering, this fucker didn't care. It just kept going. And so yeah, that tricked me very nicely into thinking that maybe it had something going on for it. And so it was Sido, RKLB, Lunar. Sido was twice, of course, Lunar once, RKLB. Actually, RKLB was twice because I tried to add on it. I tried to add on this day. Yeah, I tried to pause the recording for the airplane to come by, but it doesn't want to pause, so I guess you're gonna have to deal with the airplanes going above my head. But so yeah, I added on RKLB on this day here. Where is it? On this day, boom, the 23rd of January, and of course it did not go anywhere. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, and then it was so it's 1 RKLB, 2 RKLB, 3 Sido, 4 Sido, 5 Lunar, and 6 straight is APLB, which was meh. I guess it's fine. I can close an eye on it, but it could have been avoided. I just think I wasn't really in tune with the market back then, and so I just let myself take this one, even though I shouldn't have taken it, or I could have avoided it. Actually, there was a way for me to avoid it. I just didn't give it enough room for me to have confirmation of it going. I should have traded this name, giving it the most amount of space that I could have given it, and the smallest size I could have taken. So pretty much 5% stop with a 10% position and 0.5% risk, but I didn't. But it's fine. It's 0.5 loss pretty much. It's like technically wise, it's solid, but everything wise, I knew it wasn't a good one. And so yeah, those were the 6 trades. Very dry month. Now of course the market is getting absolutely butt fucked by everything. It hasn't been a good couple. The last 3 sessions have been pretty shitty. I mean, not that the indices are reflecting it that much. They've been just choppy, to be fair. They haven't really gone anywhere, but it's not like they're falling or anything, but they're getting hammered. Most names are getting hammered. I'm gonna probably go through my many names while I talk, so you can see what's been happening. But the indices aren't really showing the picture itself, or maybe it's just that the names I have in here are just as so they're getting beaten down. I haven't shorted anything. I did short on my paper account, that's true, but I did not short on my actual account, just because I don't really have an edge, I don't really have an approach itself, so I want to play it a bit safer right now. I don't really want to, you know, just go for it. I want to keep this year clean, you know. I don't want to, I think I can pull a profit this year, so I don't really want to risk it with some stupid stuff. Not risk it is not the right word. I just don't really feel like in a position right now where I can just take losses over losses, because I'm in the learning period. I can use the excuse of being in the learning period. I want to maximize my returns based on what I know and what I've become so far. I mean, man, it's been 5 years, for fuck's sake. I don't want to lose anymore. I'm kind of tired of losing over and over again. But yeah, so these were the 2 shorts, RKLB and PL. Will they hold? Unlikely. But hey, if they do, I've learned something new, that's for sure. And yeah, there are 2 main takeaways from these months. Oh, also, I'm going to be able to report in the USICs. I was for a moment I was like, damn man, I really had Lunar left as a position, and I didn't check my PNL at all the month. I just checked it yesterday for the first time, and so I was up 0.42%. And so, but I was pretty sure that on this on this day, I think. or maybe this day, I was pretty sure that I was down on the year, and so I was like, damn man, I won't be able to report in the USICs because they don't allow negative returns to show. If they allowed them, I would have 100% reported it, but they don't allow negative returns to show, and so I was like, damn man, I won't be able to return. But you know, and then of course I had this mental thing where I was like subconsciously, I had my brain constantly trying to push me to manage Lunar, just for me to close the month green and be able to, you know, report, which is stupid. I don't want my process to be influenced by the something else, by some desire to, you know, show off, or some desire to make money. I don't want that. But I did a pretty good job at avoiding to do that, and I just sold Lunar exactly where I should have sold it. I just cut it when it broke below this day's candle, which could have been an add point. Of course it didn't add because of how shitty the market was, but I cut it on this day, like just below 2030 approximately. So yeah, in the end, I actually managed to close the month slightly up. So I will be able to report. It's the first report of the first USICs ever in my life, and hopefully one of many USICs in the future. I mean, definitely one of the many USICs in the future, unless something happened to more than one and the USICs doesn't exist anymore. But let's not dwell on that for too long. So I was saying before I got interrupted with this USIC stuff, two main takeaways from this month that I think I can learn from going forward. One is regarding, I wrote it in my journal on the Kulamagi Discord server, and it's called, I called it the illiquid fuckers. I just gave it a random name, not because it makes sense, but because it sounds good to me. I don't know, I just called it that one day, and then I just stuck to it. So what is illiquid fuckers? Illiquid fuckers are those fuckers that are trading like illiquid names and are pulling some type of triple digit run before basing and giving you such a clean and spot on entry that you're like, yeah, there's no way this fucker goes. It has no sector theme, no leadership character. I mean, it does have relative strength, of course, but it trades like shit. It's illiquid, it trades like shit, it has no reason to go up, but still it goes up. It was AEVA in last year in May, and it went, of course, along with the rest of the market when we pushed after the correction. And this run, instead, it was SNDK. This one was another one. I was looking at this, I was like, damn man, that's a pivot, you know, this one is a pivot, but then I just didn't take it. I just did not take it. Like, look at this shit. I was like, there's no way that a $245 stock that literally just made a 400% run pushes higher. And instead, yeah, it just went higher. Yeah, insane. And it probably will go higher. I don't think this is necessarily the end. I would have 100% sold on this day if I got it, but this was the entry, of course. And I saw it go, and I was like, damn man, this is actually going crazy. But yeah, this is something I want to add to my project. This is definitely something you can build an edge around. There's repeatability. There's a lot of characteristics that I can use for me to catch this type of stuff. So this is definitely something I want to improve on. So, you know, liquid fuckers are now officially part of my approach. And then the second one, the second takeaway instead was, I called it don't treat what did I call it? I call it don't treat positions like ads, pretty much, something like that. Oh yeah, I called it they are ads, not entries, something like that. I don't fucking know, man. So it was RKLB, and pretty much what I did with RKLB, the entry was spot on. It was a very good entry on this day after I missed my original entry that I planned to take. This is where the stock started to move, but of course I didn't use this as a signal of where the stock started to move because I missed it, and so I used this where I entered, and so I treated the RKLB like a name that just started to move from this day here, which is dumb because this is the day you should have added to your position, not the day you should have entered the position. If you entered, of course you can enter, but then you can't treat the trade like the move just started. You have to treat it like the move already started and you're just late to it, and I didn't do that. And so of course I didn't sell into strength. I missed out on, I think, 10% portfolio gain, which, I mean, if I sold at the highs, which of course it's unlikely to happen, but it could have happened, you know. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have treated it the way I did, and I couldn't. I don't know if could have sold at the highs, of course, because that would have, been pretty much sniping it. And how the fuck do you know that is the top? You don't know. You can't know. But I think I should probably have definitely cut half of it, or a third, or maybe 2/3 into strength. I don't think I should have been holding it the whole time, or maybe just reduce it when it broke the 10-day. I didn't even cut it at the 10-day because I was like, I want to give it as much room as I can, but realistically I would have cut, in any other situation I would have cut it at the 10-day midday, even though it reclaimed back, and probably would have raged. I would have been like pissed, not raged, but pissed or disappointed, seeing it go higher on this day and then it didn't go anywhere and then just flops. But yeah. And so this is the second thing that I learned from this month. It's actually quite impressive. I keep every single month now I keep learning new things. I keep making new mistakes and pretty much fixing them. And sometimes I wonder, will a time ever come where I've made so many mistakes and I've learned from so many mistakes that there just aren't new ones I can make anymore, and I can fucking make actual monies eventually. Because brother, like, this shit has been going on for 5 years, and I've been making mistakes over mistakes over, like, at some point I think market gods are gonna be like, yeah, big man, you're doing too much, chill out, Gangi. So I don't I don't know like how long this has to go